Oh, wonderful people, wonderful Biafran brothers and sisters, wonderful Nigerian people, and the world at large. I beg you, I don't carry come again. And I don't say, as I promised earlier, and I'm assured to deliver to my promise. I am not Nigerian politicians who promise without no fulfillment. I said it earlier this morning, and I said it's going to be fire for fire today. Rest assured that every news that you want to hear, you must only hear it today from the Okute Daily Talk, either from the Biafran side, from the Nigerian side, or also the world at large. International news and also African news, all is available and boku in Okute Daily Talk channel. So, greetings to you all, my wonderful and my most respected viewers all over the world. Hear this headline. The Igbos and also the Biafrans in Ebonyi State have a very, very important message for David Umahi, that scapegoat where the Fulani herdsmen are using in perpetrating all the heinous crimes that is being happening in the southeastern part of the country, especially Imo State, Ebonyi State, and some part of Anambra State. Make on here waiting to happen. This man said he is one of the ministerial nominee. Yet this man refused to give up his senatorial seat or position. I don't know. Grab two better position with his both hands, dragging it. Focus on the Senate, he said no. Focus on the Ministry of Works that they make you. You say no. I don't even understand what is wrong with our people. You want to receive double gratuities, both in the federal level and also in the state level. Make una hear how they take talk am. No me talk am, na them talk am. And this one, na his own people, he claimed he have served diligently. Focus your energy on the Ministry of Works, not Ebonyi South. Labour Party's Okorie fires David Umahi. According to Femi Fani-Kayode, and I still remember this scapegoat. I be scapegoat. How do they take talk himself? This one now have become now make on go begin to hear the real truth now from the APC spokesperson, FFK, that hungry lion. Now he don't come out now. They bash the presidential election petition tribunal. Say why they go allow Tinubu's lawyers say now then they draft judgment. And APC chieftain we're supposed to be speaking in favor of APC. Now he was not been nominated as a minister of anywhere. They left him behind. He have been abandoned like abandoned project. Now he have come out now to speak against Tinubu. Be rest assured that before this year runs down, this man he will decamp either to Labour Party or PDP. Be rest assured. This one I can assure you that no any strength attached. That is politics for you, and that is Nigerian politicians for you. This is absurd. Fani-Kayode, Femi Fani-Kayode speaks on Tinubu's lawyers drafting presidential election petition tribunal judgment. What do you expect? What do you expect? The Tinubu's lawyers, including Mary Odele, including Fashola, Babatunde Raji Fashola, all of them, Fagbemi, remember, Fagbemi, now the newly appointed Minister of Justice and Attorney General of the Federation is among those who drafted this election petition tribunal judgment. Remember, Olanikpeko, when this woman was praising her, praising him, that Olanikpeko and Fagbemi they know what to do, that they will do well at this. How can you be siding APC? Listening, APC and Tinubu's legal team, and you tell us you are liberal, you don't support anybody, don't side anybody. At the end of the day, they didn't know what they do. They use their hand to draft the judgment and give it to the presidential, the 5-panel judges that seated that day. And you can see how they are reading it. They can't even pronounce most of the words inside there. They have to take some seconds to know exactly the lines in which they tell them to read. That is Nigeria for you. Anyway, my wonderful people, please, we don't have much time to waste on this APC matter, and also their what will I call them? Their legal teams and also the tribunal, because tribunal now stands both the judges, so whether you are big or small, you are being owned by APC government, and you are working for them. May we go straight to the reason why we are here. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. The Labour Party senatorial candidate in the February 25th, 2023 National Assembly elections for Ebonyi South Zone, Linus Okorie, has criticized the Minister of Works, David Umahi, for claiming he has the right to choose who will succeed him at the Senate. It is never, I can never be possible. Unbelievable, unbelievable. Okute News recalls that David Umahi resigned from the Senate after being appointed as the minister by the Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration. However, the Election Petition Tribunal in Abuja on Friday upheld Umahi's election and dismissed petition from the Labour Party and the People's Democratic Party (PDP) candidates. Under the hearing, upheld his senatorial position. That means he can be a senator and also a minister of the Fulani government of Nigeria. However, speaking on Saturday during his visit to his successor, Governor Francis Nwifuru of Ebonyi State, as part of his tour of the state to inspect federal roads, David Umahi said he had the right to determine his replacement. Umahi said he would ensure that the party zones senatorial ticket to Ohozara local government area and it will not live there. He said we would ensure that the party zones the ticket to Ohozara, his local government area, and it will not live there. We will discuss the issue with the government and through him, run through the court process pending where the opposition takes us. Disagreeing with Umahi's position, Linus Okorie urged the former governor to spend more energy delivering quality and durable roads to Nigerians than desperately politicking for who will replace him at the Red Chamber. According to Labour Party candidate, the increasing belligerence of David Umahi, Minister of Works, over the Ebonyi South senatorial seat, which he resigned from and is still the subject of litigation, beats every imagination. It is tending to malignant desperation. While I cannot comment on how and why he should insist on running the affairs of the state chapter of the APC as part of his ministerial portfolio, it bears emphasizing that he lacks the locals to assign or reassign the Ebonyi South senatorial seat as a friends and family asset. While I know the finish. The Labour Party and I have already mandated our legal teams to appeal the tribunal judgment that curiously dismissed our petitions. Hence, no fresh elections are in view unless they and until the court appeal so decides. It therefore beats every imagination why Umahi is desperately intimidating everyone into surrendering a public position to his convoluted whims and caprices as if it were a personal estate. In addition to public upbraiding his own state party chairman and overruling his express party position on the matter, Umahi went ahead to pronounce his absolute right to zone and produce who replaces him from his party, thus shutting out even the state governor, who is their state party leader, in any such processes. He was also reported to have gone further a day earlier in Abia State to introduce a close female aide as the next senator of Ebonyi State. This is even as his immediate younger brother, Austin Umahi, already commenced public campaigns for the same seat even before the tribunal judgment. The overarching excesses are indeed too many to recount, but the question is why such hasty exasperation? One would have expected that given the enormity of the problems and expectations from the Ministry of Work that he now superintends as minister, Umahi will focus all his energy and time on delivering good roads to Nigeria and leave Ebonyi South District alone. That is where the president, his party, and the entire nation are looking up to him to conquer and deliver, even in his whimsical arbitrariness of autocracy, according to Labour Party candidate of that Ohozara South Senatorial District. I urge all compatriots of Ebonyi State to ignore these exuberant excesses of the minister and focus on what is best for the zone. After all, the ultimate decisions reside with them in the event the Court of Appeal orders a rerun of the senatorial election. This is absurd, according to FFK. He speaks on the issue of Presidential Election Petition Tribunal judgment being written by Tinubu's lawyers. Former Minister of Aviation Femi Fani-Kayode has slammed those alleging that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's lawyers were responsible for the writing and drafting of the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal judgment. Okute News reports that many Nigerians and political allies have faulted and pointed loopholes in the judgment that affirmed Tinubu as the winner of the 2023 selection. However, Fani-Kayode in a statement via X described the allegations as absurd, stressing it is vicious attack on the judicial integrity. Make gonna find who to take to court. FFK noted that the coordinator of Tinubu's legal team, Babatunde Ogala, has clarified the controversy surrounding the inscription and wording referred to the president's lawyers in the copy of the judgment, as if even if the whole world complained, it will make any difference. Nehi Kaba. He added that those spreading the falsehood aim to discredit the judgment and delegitimize the president's mandate simply because they lost the election and have no hope of winning at the Supreme Court. He said the allegation that the judgment of the Presidential Election Petition Court was written and drafted by the president's lawyers, or that they were given a copy before the verdict was formally delivered by the judges, is simply absurd. This is surely the most insidious, savage, blatant, and vicious attack on the integrity of the judiciary in the history of our country, because the judiciary has been taken over and overrun by foolish politicians. The inscription and wording that made a reference to the president's lawyers at the top of the copy of the judgment has, in view, been eloquently and adequately explained away by Babatunde Ogala SAN, who is the coordinator of Bola Ahmed Tinubu's legal team. Any suggestion that there is more to it than that, and that there is something fishy and sinister going on, is rooted in mischief and deceit, and it is little better than an ill-conceived, ill-contrived, far-fetched, and hallucinatory conspiracy theory cooked up by deluded and deprived minds and lost souls, according to Fani-Kayode. Those that are spreading this potpourri of falsehood and theft who are making these dangerous and grave allegations are working towards an answer and looking for some non-existing evidence to discredit the judgment, bring into question the entire judicial process, delegitimize the president's mandate, and stigmatize and pour scorn, contempt, and opprobrium on the election itself, according to Fani-Kayode. They are doing this in an attempt to provoke anger, disorder, violent protest, anarchy, and chaos in the land, and in an attempt to engender an Arab Spring and NSAS type of operation in our country. Annul an election and just a military takeover and the formation of an interim national government. They seek to destabilize our nation with the classic Jobelian propaganda, misinformation, and disinformation, mainly through the auspices of the social media, and they are fully committed to the cause of inspiring and provoking violence, treason, rebellion, revolution, and insurrection for no just cause, and truncating democracy, according to what they really made us to understand here by Femi Fani-Kayode. Monumental disgrace, according to Chidoka, fires INEC over transmission of election result. Former Minister of Aviation Osita Dimma Chidoka has berated the Independent National Electoral Commission INEC over its failure to electronically transmit the 2023 election in real time. Okute News recalls that the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Atiku Abubakar, and his Labour Party counterpart P2B challenged the declaration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu of All Poverty Congress APC as the winner of the February 25th general election. In their separate petitions before the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal, Atiku and Obi prayed to the court to nullify Tinubu's win on the basis that INEC did not do a real-time transmission of results to the election portal, among others. But the tribunal ruled that the INEC was at a liberty to transmit results in whichever way it deemed fit and struck out the petitions for the lack of merit. Speaking during an interview on Channels Television, Sunday Politics, Chidoka said INEC could be trusted for reneging on its promise that it would electronically transmit the 2023 election results in real time. The PDP chieftain described the electoral agency as a monumental disgrace, adding that he is ashamed that INEC is associated with Nigeria and their selection called election. He said INEC is a monumental disgrace. INEC is an organization I am ashamed to be associated with as a Nigerian, according to Osita Ademma Chidoka. This is because of the promises INEC made with the Anambra, Ekiti, and also governorship elections. I came on the program and called for third-party verification of the INEC system so that we are sure that on election day, what is going to happen that day will not lead to a glitch. On election day, INEC said there was a glitch, but there is none. Speaking further, Chidoka stated that despite INEC's inability to test the election result portals on a large scale, the electoral body's defense at the tribunal was disappointing. The former minister said the failure of the electoral agency to conduct a free and fair elections paints the country badly in the community of nations that depends on Nigeria for a proper election. He said, despite not testing the system, it is a shame that INEC went to court to argue that not complying with its regulation does not make it a ground to cancel an election. As far as I am concerned, INEC's struggle with such an issue pains the country badly in the committee of nations. I wonder why Nigerians cannot emulate countries like India and Indonesia, which have a large population but conduct better polls on under 12 hours, not even 24 hours. But Nigeria spent complete 4 days, or 5 days from the February 25th until March 1st. That is when the election result was announced. Simply because collation of results in collation centers have not been even completed before the announcement of the said result. That is to show you that Nigeria can never and will never be better. Everything that got to do with the election malpractice, election fraud, voter apathy, voter suppression, and the rest of them, chaos everywhere. Still yet, the so-called INEC chairman Mahmood went ahead to announce a winner, even when every party agent from most of the polling units are complaining of disruption in their areas. Some areas are not even voted. As I'm talking to you right now, the election results of the complete state or 176,000 polling units have not been uploaded to the IRF of the INEC. What are we doing in this country? We are playing. We are not ready to change this country. Well, my wonderful people, viewers and subscribers, I beg now here I go take leave on. Help me share this message, like, comment, and also do what? Subscribe to my channel for better experience next time. Bye for now, my wonderful people. Okay, Messiano.